This is 1.7c. We're now going to use the product rule and the chain rule all in one problem. So here we go. Here's an example. F of x equals 3x minus 5 to the power of 4 times 7 minus x to the power of 10. All right, so we're going to call this f of x and this g of x and use the product rule and the chain rule. F prime of x equals, we're going to keep f of x the same, 3x minus 5 to the 4th power, and we're going to multiply this by the derivative of g of x. Here we use the chain rule. We're going to bring the 10 down, so this is times 10. Leave what's inside, 7 minus x, minus 1 from 10 gives us 9, and then we take the derivative of the inside, which is times negative 1. All right, so that's the first part of the product rule, plus. Now we take the derivative of f of x by using the chain rule. We bring down the 4, leave 3x minus 5 inside, take away 1 from 4 gives us 3, and then we take the derivative of the inside. Derivative of 3x is just 3. And we're going to multiply all of that by g of x. And g of x is 7 minus x to the power of 10. Okay, so this looks kind of messy, right? Let's clean it up a little bit. I'm going to multiply these two constants right here and bring it out in the front. Negative 10, 3x minus 5 to the 4th, 7 minus x to the 9th. Okay? And then I'm going to bring these constants out and multiply them. 3 times 4 is 12. And we have 3x minus 5 cubed times 7 minus x to the 10th power. Okay, now on these problems we factor out what we can to clean it up. So we look to see what they have in common. Right now between a negative 10 and a 12, they have in common a 2. So we're going to factor out a 2 from these two. Now between the 3x minus 5 and 3x minus 5, we take the smallest power, which is a 3. So we pull out 3x minus 5 to the 3rd power. And now we see we have a 7 minus x in common. We take the smallest exponent, which is 9. So we pull out 7 minus x to the power of 9. Okay, so now we can go ahead. We factored out what they had in common. Okay, now we look at this negative 10. 2 times what equals negative 10? And that's a negative 5. 2 times negative 5 is a negative 10. Now this is a 4 and this is a 3, so we need one more of these, 3x minus 5. And we don't need anything here. So if we look at this, this times this will equal this right here. Okay, let's do the next one. Here we have a 12. So what are we going to need to make a 12? 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 6 is 12. Here we have a 3 and we already have a 3, so we don't need that. Here we have a 9 and we have a 10, so we need one of these. 7 minus x. Okay? Now we're just going to keep this here and we're going to go ahead and multiply those out. So rewrite the 2 times 3 to the x minus 5 cubed times 7 minus x to the 9th power. And we're going to distribute this. Negative 5 times 3x is negative 15x. Negative 5 times negative 5 is plus 25. Positive 6 times 7 is plus 42. Positive 6 times negative x is negative 6x. Okay? So now we're going to complete the problem. Rewrite this again. Okay? And then we're going to put everything together in here. And what we have is negative 15x, negative 6x is negative 21x. 25 plus 42 is plus 67. All right, a long problem. We're going to do another one on 1.7d.